All right, so who do I have here with me today?
My name is Jess.
Jess?
Yeah, Jess.
All right, Jess. Well, nice to meet you, first of all. Secondly, I gotta ask, you don't have to answer. I want to know your age, and I want to know your current living situation.
Okay. I'm 37. Right now, I'm in sober living. I've been there for about 2 months now, and then today I'm 90 days sober.
90 days sober.
Today.
God, girl.
Yeah.
What things I want to say to you? Hey, you're amazing. You're a prospect for this whole thing that Aries has going on
they
here.
saved my life on this.
Austin has going on here. Massa, all the people who help try to do what they do. My boys from California, stuck in California, stuck in Cali. They just a lot of people. Me, you know, the street blues. Like, this is what we do it for. You know. And by the way, how do you feel about people like me coming up, talking to you? I'm not offering you nothing. I'm not promising you nothing. I'm not saying, hey, I'm gonna get you a house.
Yeah, I know, right? No, the reason why I do interviews, and I honestly, I was on the streets for 7 or 8 years in Tempe whenever they used to do this at JC Park out in Tempe. And I was, like I said, I came out to Tempe. I picked that town because I didn't know anybody. And that's where I became homeless at. And when I first met Catherine, she basically, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't still be here. Because she gave us all hope. Like, that's what these people do, and what people like you do, because it helps us now. Even people who are still on the streets have a voice, and nobody gives us a voice anymore. Most people just want to dehumanize us, and we're junkies, we're this, it's crime, which it comes with it, of course. But at the same time, we're just trying to make it the best we can on the streets. That's what we've been given. And it's not because we choose it, we chose this life, but we didn't choose the circumstances that brought us here. And so me getting sober, I never thought it would happen. Like, what happened with me is I overdosed once a couple years back, and I started having seizures. My drug of choice was fentanyl powder and was methamphetamine. So I started having seizures from the powder. And actually, the strange story is my dog saved my life. Because I was by myself in the tunnel, and he started jumping up and down my chest, and that's what brought me back. So that's when I went and decided to go get sober. So I was like, I don't want to die on the streets. It's not fair to him. He went, Mogollon was where I went in Payson. And luckily, because not everybody has this, but luckily I had the support of my family. And so my dad put me up in a hotel for 30 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I could have still chose to go back, but I was done with it. But I love doing interviews because it gives people who don't have a voice. It gives them something to believe in, because we're just like they are. We were out there with them, and they know a familiar face. They know our story because they either lived it with us or they're still living it. But it gives people the hope that, look, if she can do it, because I was shot out, I was far gone.
You know what I mean?
Too. So for me to be able to stand up here and be like, look, if I can do it, you can do it, and I'm going to help you do it any way I can. I don't care if I don't like you. I don't care if we never got along on the streets. I don't care if we hated each other, wanted to kill each other on the streets. I'm going to still help you out because somebody gave me a chance.
I think it's the perspective, not to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
But I think it's the perspective of someone else having done it.
Yeah.
You know, that to another person means so much. I've met people sometimes where, you know, I've been in a bad situation and they've been in a bad situation and they've just walked up to me and cried.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how troubling being out in the street is. It's bad. I mean, it can go from, you know, 0 to 60 real quick. It's sad,
and
you know.
We lose a lot of people for sure. Like my uncle Primo just got shot a couple weeks ago, and he wasn't even the one aimed at, but still he was there, and now he's gone, and it's like we've lost. Like, I could go to, like, if about 5 or 6 years ago at Beach Park, like, I'm juggalo. That's what I am.
Juggalo.
It was full of juggalos. Like, it was full of family. It was full of people who cared about each other. And now, like, it's like half of us are wiped out. More than half of us are wiped out. We don't even know about. And it's just like, if I can save one person, or hopefully thousands of people, by what I do now and how I go and I talk to people, like, I'm gonna keep doing it. until the day I die, because I want to save people. I don't. If I could get a Greyhound bus and come out here and drag them all to detox, I would, because they're my family. And it's like, and a lot of people, the reason why they don't ask for help, I've realized, is because we lose hope. Because when we get help, like I was in a shelter and they shut it down because they said we all had COVID, and so they got false funding. Okay. But what they don't realize is half of those people, if not more than half of those people, will never ask somebody for help again. Yeah. Because they had that help and they were happy, and then it just got taken away from them for no reason. They didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. It was just the system. So what I want to do is I want to get to where I can open my own organization, my own program, so I can do it the right way. And because I know what everybody needs.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And then I have, like, that's when you asked me to talk to you, I have no problem doing it, because
those are our life's dreams and aspirations, is to open up a facility where, you know, we can have people come, stay, live, let them run it, garner it, do whatever they need to do. Yeah. They know what they need to do. Yeah. They're grown. Yeah. And if there's a fight here and there, they'll handle that. Yeah. Almost like penitentiary rules. I know that sounds barbaric.
Not really, though, to me.
But in reality, it's the truth, and that's what needs to happen. I think, you know, that would be amazing if we can, you know, get something like that. And the goal is to get a 501c3 like these guys. Yeah. You know.
I asked this one cop because they was throwing everybody out the river bottom, and I went down there and I asked him. I was like, you know what? It's not the system. It's not the programs themselves, because it's a good idea, but it's how they're being done. Like, instead of throwing people out to the street, like this is mine and my fiance's idea. Is I think there needs to be stages of housing. There needs to be there needs to be a housing system for people who maybe still be using. I don't care if it's dropout nurses, somebody that's there for overdose prevention or safe use or whatever. And then you have your transitional housing for people who want to get clean, and then you have your sober living. But instead of kicking someone to the curb when they relapse, drop them down to housing level. So they still have the hope, and they still have the place where they needed. That's my dream. That's what I want to get done. Yeah. So, and honestly, and what you guys are doing with just even asking us our opinion, you're doing more than probably what you think you're doing. Because honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, because you're giving somebody a voice, you're giving them hope. Because you listen, you care, you give I don't know if I can cuss on this or anything, but you give a fuck. You know what I mean? I do. Most people don't, and so I give you guys a lot of props for that, because it means a lot, just you asking me, because that means I get to now voice my story again. And so, so thank you for doing what you guys do.
Yeah, that really meant a lot to me, especially coming from someone like you who's about ready to go back into rehab, and who's ready and tired of all the mischief and all the bull stuff that goes on out here in these streets. That meant a lot to me, man. I really want to thank you for that. You know, a lot of people, I think their problem is they offer things, and they can't own up and get the things that they offer. And when you so much as offer someone who's on the street a candy bar, and then you don't bring it, that is a big deal.
It's a big your trust is out the window, your respect is out the window.
Everything.
They'll never come talk. They'll tell all their friends not to talk to you. At the same time, so you're right about that.
So that's a big deal, and you gotta know where to draw the line. So when I started doing this, I had to hurry up and be like, nope, you know what? I can't offer nothing. And it's not that I don't have it.
You offer more than what you think. It's priceless what you offer. It's honestly what it is. Because it's like I said, for me to get sober, it took somebody that I met. He does cloud cover streets. He does mobile showers for homeless, which I'm actually going to go start working for here soon. He does all the mobile showers for homeless people, and he lives next to Thunderbird Park, where I was at for the past 2 years. And every day he's on. Did you say
he was an ex-cop?
No. He does mobile showers for homeless people. It's called Cloud Cover Streets. Is what it's called. I'm gonna go work for them actually soon. Like on the 24th is when I start, so I can go help out. But if it wasn't for him staying on my ass every day and telling me that he believed in me every single day, no matter whether I doubted myself or not, because I didn't believe in myself. I cared for myself at all back then. But because he sat there and believed in me every single day, that's all people need, is someone to believe in them. Until they believe in themselves, because it's going to take a long time.
It takes a long time.
So that's all it takes. Someone believing in them. So you don't have to promise them anything. You just should say, you know what, I believe in you, and I love you, Because if someone hasn't told you I love you, then guess what? I care.
Yeah,
that's all they need.
Awesome.
That's all they need.
Yeah.
So that's what you guys
That's
do.
awesome. For a lot of men, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but what's it like being out here on the streets, being by yourself versus having a significant other?
Okay.
I always got to ask that when I'm talking to a woman.
So me personally, I'm kind of a special kind of breed of person. I have a very stupid thing in my brain where I'm not afraid of a lot of things. But whenever it's dangerous though. It is dangerous. When I first became homeless, like I said, I picked a town where I didn't know anybody because I figured if I couldn't take care of myself, I couldn't take care of my kids. And I have family like motorcycle club family that they wouldn't let me be homeless.
Yeah.
So I kind of just left, and so I picked somewhere, like I said, where I was alone. So I had to figure it out for myself, and it was a hard lesson because I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
But now that I've been with my fiance, I was with him for about 7 years.
Yeah.
So like with him, yeah, it was a lot easier. So I had someone that had my back.
That's
and
cool.
because I had people try to come into my camp when he was in jail and try to rape me and stuff like that. They didn't get to, but still they tried. You know what I mean? So it is, and I've had friends that have had horrific, unspeakable things happen to them as females by themselves. So yes, it is a very dangerous place to be by yourself, even with somebody. But it definitely is more dangerous by yourself.
Yeah. And so what do you say?
Midnight Productions and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Midnight Productions. I wanted to. You said it, not me. So now I gotta ask you: is that a farce or is that real?
No, that is 100% real.
Okay.
They've tried to kidnap me for about probably 7 or 8 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I have a lot of friends that have been victims of that and have not made it back, and that it is a very real thing, and it's something that people don't like to talk about because most people who talk about it don't end up being here anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be straight up forward honest with you because it is something that needs to be talked about because there's so many things and so many females that have gone, and men that have gone missing because they don't just target women. You know what I mean? And so they target men to try to recruit them to help them, and if they don't help them, they don't help them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they don't. It's a very dangerous organization that is very 100% real.
Yeah, I just hear about it so much. What about one last thing? This one may be a little corny. I don't know.
That's okay.
A woman told me that she lives where the narcs live. Narcs. Another word. She lives at the river bottom.
I'm from the river bottom.
Okay,
I stayed there for 7 years.
So she says that there's these things called narcs there.
There's all different kinds of creatures down there.
Being that the chemicals and all the shit, excuse my language,
you're good.
and chemicals and stuff, pee and all that
People
has
think we're
transformed animals and made them crazier, bigger than
There's a lot of
normal
spiritual things that happen. Okay, I'll be honest with you. And it's not, people think, oh, they're just high. They're just this. I have personally seen things like all kinds of unspeakable, weird things that you would never think would be real. And you're like, am I high? Am I not high? Because like the river bottom is a very dangerous place, and it used to be an Indian burial ground. And people back in the day, they used to be banished down there. It's like the worst. Like they could. It's like basically the worst punishment for Nate. Like from what I was told, I don't know if it's 100% true, but from what I was told, for natives, that's like the worst banishment. Like being banished down the river bottom, that was the all-time punishment for something horrible that you do. So you get to think about all the spirits that are down there from those horrible people. And you see spirits, you see skinwalkers, you see I've seen someone's face completely change.
Oh no.
So yeah, no. What she says is she's not crazy. She's right.
Telling the truth.
Because it's a very satanic place now. It's not like how it used to be.
And there is bodies down there? Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And not just and that's not just like my brother got chopped up down there and killed down there. And so there's been a lot of things that's happened in the river bottom that people don't realize that's why it is a very dangerous place to be. But at the same time, we called it home for so long. You know what I mean? So it's kind of it's a love-hate relationship with the river bottom, but it's also like a big family at the same time.
Yeah, to even know that's true.
The crazy stuff that does go on down the river bottom.
Yeah.
Time
you have to get off the property.
Oh, okay, yeah. Time for us to get off the property.
Got a couple questions and we'll be gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is awful, man. Well, like I said, I was gonna make this quick. I got one question that I ask everybody.
Okay.
So, in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
Hopefully, having my own program up and running. Honestly, that's because I must still be sober. I know that.
That's what's
I'm hoping, but yes,
That's what's
you never always
Yeah.
guarantee that, you know, but at the same time, that's where I hope.
It's all good. Hopefully I can come to you and be like, man, I need one.
Yeah.
I need to get in.
Yeah.
Shoot, you know, so hopefully I can help you out in some kind of way. You know,
never
that'd
know.
be great. You never know. And or hopefully you can help me out.
Yeah.
Depending on who gets to.
And I come here.
gets there
I'm here
first.
I'm gonna be here every Tuesday as long as I can be. Even if I go to Payson, I'll probably still come down here. 'Cause that's where I'm gonna be going back to is Payson. That's where my
That's
fiance is
cool.
at right now, sober. So
That's cool.
yeah, we find that was our end game. It's always been our end game to get up there. So
Yeah, man, that's so cool.
yeah.
Well, we don't want to make these guys
no.
mad.
We gotta get out
I
there.
just want to let you know that this was an amazing interview. I think that a lot of people are going to learn from what you just said right now. I just, I want to thank you,
Yeah, of course.
First and
Anytime.
foremost, I want to thank you. You made me feel good, especially saying that, us people who come around without anything to offer other than conversation is also a good
being
thing.
nice is that can be
Yeah,
people life, actually.
that made me feel real good, man, because that's what I do. That's what I offer, and that's what I do. And it made me feel good. Also, I want to let you know that I'm all over the valley, and I say this to only people who deserve it, and you're one of them. You're definitely intelligent.
Thank you.
You're definitely smart, and you definitely have all your faculties, and you're somebody who's going to do great things.
Thank you.
I truly
appreciate that.
believe that, and I know it. I know it. Not everybody is. A lot of people who come to the streets, they get burnt out, and they get.
If you would have seen me a couple years ago, I was pretty burnt out, and I
Yeah.
come a long way. Like,
Yeah.
I already know.
So yeah.
But yeah.
All right, man. I want to thank you so much, and God bless you in your journey. And
We're going right now.
hopefully, I can see you. And when I see you next time, you'll be doing better
Right.
than you are today.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
She will.
Thank
Yes.
you.
She will
I
be.
appreciate it.
Yep.
She will be.